we're a pilot, and together we'll see our tasks and our projects and our work flows change.
And Dirk, speaking of that, when I read the article by Mike, you talked about augmented human performance. In other words, you're not doing it by yourself. It is a co-pilot. It is an assistant, an intelligent assistant, whatever you want to call it, helping you do your work so you can spend more time doing the super skills that you have, which could be creativity, problem solving, collaborating with your clients, instead of doing a lot of repetitive work, which is actually going away and will soon be handled by machines.
But this is kind of where this article and suggestion and what Mike really kind of was saying is that we probably should be AI advocates in L&D. And the way that we could probably get up to speed fastest is experimenting with AI with our L&D projects.
I think the AI manifesto would be more successful if it renamed itself AI best practices, right? And I think another thing that we can think about in terms of how do we get our learning and development communities on the forefront of that, a conversation I was in yesterday, we were talking about getting the practitioners from various parts of your business to be part of drafting. How are we going to use AI? What are our AI best practices?
I think best practices, guidelines, whatever approachable language you use, totally get it. I think when you look at creating a role of an AI advocate, like it's like, are you arguing that L&D just stops advocating for L&D and just pivots hardcore on just AI? And so like, I think I think L&D has a real opportune time to be that advocate. And whenever these new things come around, like in banking, when you have merger acquisition, like, hey, you want that merger to be successful, you need to invest in L&D. Hey, you want AI to go well, you want speed to learning for your workforce, then you're going to need to invest in this and help enable us here instead of getting in the way, because you'll have those risk management policies get in the way, but this is not going away. And you have large companies already jumping on this, and they're like leaps and bounds ahead of us. And so I think the sooner you get into it, the better. I think you work and partner with your risk management team to be able to find out where are the safe spaces, where can we experiment, because there's a lot of things where even just in learning tech, they'll have like AI embedded within there. And so like, what is off limits, what is fair game? Because I think if you don't do that, you're going to miss the boat on a lot of it.
And I think whatever we're doing and however we're doing it, manifesto or not, is we need to create the thoughtful on-ramps for people at different levels, different comfort levels, right? Because right or wrong, people are, oh, does this replace me? Does this replace my job, right? All these sort of like unintentional, unintended thoughts that we need to understand are happening in our team's world that we have to kind of think about it.
So Rachel, what's your thoughts?
Okay, so first of all, we are fooling ourselves to not realize that AI is moving as fast as it's moving. It's also catching up with us. So there's a lot of things that it can outthink us in some ways, because what it has access to is the stuff that we don't even know we don't know. And that is where the problem lies. So in terms of critical thinking skills that you're going to have to develop, and this is where I think it's very, very important for AI, for HR and L&D people to really leverage what they understand about learning to be sure that what people are learning about how to use these tools and how to use those tools doesn't get rid of the knowledge in the organization.